That's some weird shit. Oh, wait a second here. Oh, I can't see all my family. I'm blew it up earlier. Actually, you know what? I don't know if anybody's here. I don't know if I actually went live. It's been a while since I've been in this StreamYard. Nope, looks like I've appeared to be live. I don't know if anybody's come in the room or not yet. I have no clue. We'll find out though. I gotta turn it this way, so that way makes it wide. There we go. Officer Brandon Tatum was on Timcast last night, and they got swatted while he was there, which I think is funnier than fuck. Somebody's thinking is that I'm going to show this bootlicker what cops are really like. And of course, even with what just happened, the cops didn't kick the door in. Nobody was shot or anything. They caught somebody outside. And they had, because of exigent circumstances, they had to search the house. No, I wouldn't have went. Period. I don't give a fuck about your circumstances. Go get a warrant, or you're not coming to my place. And of course, that's what Tim's girlfriend allegedly said. It's like, hey, you'll get a warrant. Well, it's exigent circumstances. Since somebody made a call, we get to come into your house and look around. Like I said, I told him kick fucking rocks. I don't give a fuck about what you think. I don't care about your exigent circumstances or whatever. You're not coming in. Tatum justifies it. That dude is the biggest cock-sucking bootlicker I've ever seen in my life. Oh, for the record, I got a strike on Freedom Inc. Thinking about just burning that channel to the ground. I'm so sick of their bullshit. That's why I'm on here today. I'll probably be on here from now on because I think I'm just going to burn that channel to the ground. It went in a totally wrong direction that I never wanted it to go, and what it is. But anyway, they're talking about this after it happens. This fucking boot-licking, boot-swallowing bitch, Tatum, justifies it. Justifies them entering the home because of exigent circumstances. Listen, if you show up to cops show up to a house, and the reasoning for being there is that allegedly 2 people were shot and blah 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 blah. And you see a car, like an office building full of cars, and you see 2 people walking around outside. There's clue 1, because there was more than the 3 fucking people that they told you to begin with was there. That's clue 1. Exigent circumstances is used to get in people's houses. I don't give a shit what they say. If they walk in the house and the Tatum's excuse is, well, they're in here looking for bodies. They're not in here actually searching. Yeah, okay. When they enter a home, they're searching. It doesn't matter if you can be charged with a crime or whatever. They will charge you with a crime too. If they walked in to see a brick of cocaine sitting on the table, they would have been charged for it. Well, no, they wouldn't have. Yeah, they would have. I know somebody that's dealt with this before, and they'll charge your ass with everything that they find in that house. I've actually dealt with it before, not to the level of that, but where they wanted to enter the home and I just refused to let them in. And finally, they were like, "Look, we don't care about, we don't care about drugs. We don't care about this. We don't care about that. We just got to see if there's bodies laying around." Actually, I think it was tools for some reason. I don't think there's any kerosene here either. Now, I do know there's a store here somewhere, kerosene. But I'm just dumbfounded at how these people justify what these pigs continue to do. I mean, Tatum might be okay with the cops coming to his house. He may be absolutely fine with it, and which I don't get. Oh shit! Look at what I found. K1 kerosene, some bitch. After a 3-week journey of trying to find kerosene, we found it. I don't need it. We have a kerosene heater. It was gifted to us, and we haven't needed it, so I just haven't got it. But I mean, like, what does it really take for these people to open their eyes? I mean, I understand that he makes a living by, sucking on the boot of the cops. I get it to a certain degree. But there has to be that line where you draw, like, what would it take for Brandon Tatum not to justify what cops do? What would it really take? I think that they could walk in his house and kill his kids, and he would justify it. They could walk in his house and throw his old lady down in bed and start raping her, and he would justify it. That's how much this dude loves cops, just because he makes all this money from it. And what amazes me about it is that people follow this dude, like, and agree with him on this shit. There is no reason for a cop to enter your home. I don't even, you know what? I will go as far as, I'll say that warrants don't even matter. I don't even give a fuck if they got a warrant. They're not coming into your house. Period. There's just one, there's one place that is yours. It is your dwelling. It is your sanctity, your privacy, and everything is all tied up in that thing. And for somebody to enter that violates it, then it's you no longer have that feeling of the privacy in it. It ruins it for life. It's just like having a burglar come into your home. No different. No different whatsoever. You should probably park by the kerosene. That probably makes the most sense with it. There's no difference in it. There's no difference in a burglar coming in your house or a cop. Well, freedom. Those burglars are there to steal your shit. The cops are just here to save your life. No, they're not. No, they're not. I mean, what if it would have worked out there? It would have played out different, and somebody in that place would have grabbed a gun and started firing at the goons that would have then been kicking in the doors if they haven't ran into people outside. Whose fault is it then? The homeowner who's now dead? Because that's what happens. You have one homeowner normally against multiple cops, or one homeowner and his wife and kids against multiple cops, or in their case, 4 or 5 people in a room talking against multiple cops. I can't get over it. I can get over it. It's not really bothering me that bad. I was just listening to it on the way here. That today, in this country, with as fucked up as things are, with all the shit you see going on, and every single last thing that is happening is enforced by these fucking idiots called cops, that anybody in this country still supports them. I mean, I guess it shouldn't surprise me, though. At the start of the revolution, 85% of the 3 million colonists supported the redcoats, or supported the Kingsmen, as they say. I don't know if I got to pay for this outside or inside. I'm trying to hurry because I don't have a charging cord. Oh man, I don't have a charging cord. It would appear that it was swiped. So I'm going to go in here and get a charging cord and put my phone on charge. Then I'm going to get kerosene. So I think I got to pay for it first. It's all right. And get a charging cord. But I'm just, it's the stupidity of the highest rate of stupidity that there is these dudes. I'm trying not to talk so loud because I'm in a business now. Is these dudes that continue to support the cops. They got the fucking USB cords locked up. Are you serious? This one is locked up and this one is not. Why is that? It's probably a piece of shit. That's probably why. They're fried. They're for iPhones. That's why. Auxiliary audio for. Oh, fucking that. Oh, got a magnet on me. Can you unlock this for me, please? Or let's tear it off. Or this is I've never seen anything like this before in my life. This is crazy. But not everything's locked up. You know what I mean? It makes sense if everything was locked up.
Well, the high dollar stuff.
Justification. High dollar.
I saw one yesterday with $18. Which one did you want, honey?
This one.
I got to pay for kerosene first, correct?
Kerosene is a prepaid
All
contract.
right, cool.
I mean, you can prepay it without this stuff together. You can't do
Remember the day when you did the prepaid for
that.
gas? I remember those days. I
Yeah,
did.
you may change your mind when you find out how much that is.
Oh,
$17.99.
it is what it is.
Okay.
And then I need 15 gallons of kerosene, please.
15 gallons?
Yep.
10 gallons of kerosene would be $40. And then another 5 would be 60.
Isn't it funny how all the fuels that are byproducts of gasoline are more expensive than the gasoline itself?
Okay, $60. Anyway, are you going to use a fuel reward?
Yeah, might as well. You got it. Oh, shit. Yeah. It's oh, it's my bad.
You have to hit alternate.
Oh, shit, my bad.
Well, kerosene is $4 a gallon.
Yeah, it's. Let me try another one.
I got to redo all this. I
Oh,
have
I'm
to blur
sorry.
it all out and put it back in again.
I don't know why it didn't work. Sorry, guys. Give me just a minute. Then we'll continue to talk about the food sucker Brandon Tatum.
And 9, prepay 60.
Oh, it's Kroger's Plus. That's why I need to put it in. That's why I didn't take it, huh?
Kroger Plus?
Yeah, that's different than your rewards, ain't it?
Yes.
That's why I didn't take it.
And this will tell you if you're going to get anything.
No,
ID.
it don't matter. I'll just pay for it. It's not worth all the trouble.
Okay. Just give me 1 second.
So, also this one, I'll talk about this real quick until I go back outside. So if there's big hills and you live in a state that doesn't get a lot of snow, you ready? That doesn't get a lot of snow. After it snows and people drive on it, the next morning is probably going to be ice. If somebody hits the ditch on a hill, especially if it's a blind hill, like you pop the hill and then it's all ice, don't park on it to talk to the asshole that already hit the ditch. Okay?
Do you want to receive on it?
No.
Okay. You're on pump 9.
Thank you. Because what happens is some dude like me comes driving along and I drive normal. You know, I drive normal. I don't drive slow. I don't drive fast. And I can drive normal. I can drive 60 miles an hour on snow and ice. And I'm cool until there's some asshole in front of me that wants to stop for the dog run across the road. Or in this case, some lady happens to be my the lady that owns all the land around me that I just met for the first time the other day. She was talking to the dude that was in the ditch, and I come over the hill, and I was only going about 25. I wasn't even going that fast, and I had my brakes, and it just wasn't stopping. Even with the ABS, it wasn't stopping. So, my only option was either run through the woods, which really screwed my truck up, or get a big 4-foot deep ditch and hopefully not screw my truck up that much. So I opted for hitting the ditch. And then I got mad. I got mad, pissed and shit. So I got out, just locked the hubs in, put it in 4 low, just romped on it until I got out of there. Back and forth. Finally, I got out. Don't park on hills, especially if they're blind hills that are covered with fucking ice. Somebody in the ditch, especially if you're not helping pull them out. If you're in an F-350 and you're sitting there just bullshitting with them, you're not pulling them out. Don't be in the road because it fucks my truck up. Well, that sucks. I don't know what it did to my truck, but it did something to it. The front steering is all janky now, and I bent something. I don't know. And you think she's going to pay for it? Hell no. If I'd have hit that dude in the ditch or hit her, do you think she'd have paid for it? Hell no. But it was important enough to stop and to sit there and kick it with the dude. I'm so damn mad at that woman. I asked her if she was that stupid every day of the week. But anyway, back to dick sucking Brandon Tatum. bootlicking Tatum. That's what he should name himself, because that's what he is. He fits the definition of a bootlicker. I mean, like, he is the epitome of what bootlickers are. The epitome of it. That will justify it, excuse it, make excuses for it, no matter what it is when it comes to the cops. And it just, frankly, it disgusts the shit out of me. I mean, so much so because, hang on, I gotta sit you down for a second. So much so because you would think that he could see the problems with it. If you watch that live stream, I watched a little bit of it after I heard they've been swatted. I actually started to watch it last night and turned it off before they got swatted, and then went back and watched it today. But I forget what I was going to say. My bad. I had another thought. Let me do this real quick so I don't forget what I'm talking about. I've been meaning to get this, and there's not a lot of places that sell kerosene anymore. I don't know why, because it used to be everywhere. Especially at $4 a gallon, you think that they'd be saying it. I think $4 a gallon is absolutely insane, especially when it's a byproduct with some extra bullshit. So now I can't even do this. It's always something. Always something. We'll do this right here. The damn it's so cold here. The hose is frozen. But I mean, what was I going to say? I was watching it. Brandon Tatum. He just does. He makes excuses for everything, and it's unreal. There's no excuse to enter a home, even with a warrant, but especially not without a warrant. Especially not when we know SWAT didn't exist, and we know that how many people has been killed from swatting in this country? A lot. And how many people could potentially be killed from it? Well, as long as bootlickers like Tatum allow it to happen, now the pump says there's 5 gallons in this thing. There is still, until it gets to the full mark, there's still probably 3 inches in this can. 3 inches of void space just till it gets to the fill line, not till it gets to the top of it. So I think their pumps are a little screwy here. It's cold out. Give me just a second. I'll be done with this, and then I'll get the truck and I'll start yakking about it again. I'll remember what I was going to say, hopefully. But what do you do? What do you do with the majority? We've had this democracy shit pushed on us for my whole life. They've been pushing it. And now it's mob rule. That's just what it is right now. My bad, guys. I can't see if you're still there, but if you are, I'm back. If you're not, I don't think anybody's still here.
I mean, how do you not see it? After everything, how do you still say support the politician and say it's the politician's fault? I don't know how anyone does that today. You're still blaming politicians when you see these cops run around, kill, and it's always the justification of, well, what we need the police. No, we don't need the police. Hang on for one more second, guys. I'm sorry. This is the only time I got to really do this in the next couple of days. So, and I just got to order something and then pay for it, and then I'll be pretty much freed up to do the rest of this and this bitch and moan about bootlicking Tatum. But and the dude, what even? I'd like to find out. I'd like to see his jacket because number one, he's not Officer Tatum. He's not a fucking cop anymore. Number two, he knows very little about. Oh, shit, I can't shut my truck off. Hey, I can't shut my truck off. Can I just order at the window? I said he can't hear me because of the truck. Guarantee it. Oh well, I'll just order at the window. My truck, my block heater. Something happened to my block heater last night. I had it plugged in, and it kept kicking the breaker at the house, like on the for the power of the house. What the fuck's going on? And it didn't occur to me that I had the truck plugged in, and that was what was happening. So I just kind of ignored it, killed the breaker. Was going to deal with it today. I got there today, and my block heater's not lit up. I'm like, huh? I go to start my truck. I hit the key, and it won't do anything. So I spent 45 minutes dicking with it. Finally, I said, screw it. And I just crawled under it and jumped the solenoid on it and got it started that way. It's always something, dude. Like this. I mean, maybe it's me. Maybe that I'm just such a piece of shit that God is just putting this shit on me just because I'm a piece of shit. Maybe hell is here on earth, really. Maybe you ever heard that? Like you have to go through hell to get to heaven. You ever heard anybody say that? Maybe it's true. Maybe hell is this. Probably not. But it sounded good. It's how I'm going to make it through today. So that's what I'm going to tell myself. But if you go watch the podcast last night, it's nothing but Tatum making excuses for these dudes. He says that. Listen, he wanted to talk about the Constitution. Hold on 1 second. Remind me about Tatum and the Constitution. Can I please have an extra large hot coffee with 12 creams and 10 sugars? Yeah, avocado toast with bacon on top, please. It's not for me. Oh, I don't know what card to use. Yes. I think it's this one. It's not because I have a lot of credit cards or anything. I just have them all thrown together. Tatum and the Constitution. I'll wait till he literally said this last night. Thank you. So he talks about how the cops take an oath to uphold the Constitution and what the Constitution says and blah 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 and all that shit. Well, then Tim starts asking him questions about people with firearms, and he justifies it. Well, yeah. But the law says, the law says. Well, what about the Constitution? So, like that right there tells you the cops' mentality. Cops' mentality is they're going to do whatever they're told to do, even if they know it's wrong, they're still going to do it. If they created a law today in Tennessee that said if it was illegal to have 10-year-olds, these fuckers would go around. I shit you not. They'd kick in the door of every house. Thank you. They'd kick in the door of every house that had a 10-year-old in it, and they would fucking kill those kids. Guarantee they would. And you cannot tell me that they won't. You know why? Because they do everything today that they're told to do, no matter how immoral that shit is. They still continue to do it. They know it's immoral. They know it's wrong, but they know they have the power to do it because you can't do anything. Because in the end, you can't do things, but in the end, they know that you will lose in their minds. Because if you beat one of them, they'll bring two next time. You beat two, they'll bring four, and it will keep going. There's no stop to it. You know, look at Waco, great example. That started out with a couple of ATF agents. They had tanks and shit before. Thank you very much. You too. They had tanks and shit by the time it was over. Fucking Huey helicopters shooting people on top of water towers and shit. And like, and everybody, you know, when the Waco happened, I wasn't where I'm at today. So like, I knew there was a problem, but I didn't quite know the extent of it. Like, you know, I knew something was wrong, but I couldn't put my finger on like what it was. And then one day it just kind of hit me. I'm like, wait a second here. So the men we praised for creating this country killed a bunch of cops. Actually, that's not really how I thought about it. Here's how I thought about it. I'm thinking King makes law, his cops enforce law. Men we praised killed his cops, shot them all in the face. Not all of them, but you know. Government makes law, cops enforce law, and we're supposed to praise these pricks? You know, I should have seen it sooner, but I didn't know enough about history at the time. I just knew there was a problem. I knew that these pricks were lying on me. I knew these pricks were just beating my ass and getting away with it. And not only my ass, other people's. I don't know where the lane's at. I think it's right here. Can't really see because they like to plow the snow in Tennessee, but then they don't put no ice down. Somebody probably needs to tell them when you plow snow, especially when it's been driven over, and that ice gets this thick, it's harder to drive on. You get less traction than when there's snow on it. So just leave it alone. If you're not going to put ice on it, just leave it alone. If you're not going to plow correctly, just leave it alone. Maybe I should sign up. Maybe I should apply to be a plow driver. Be a good job. Then I'd be working for the man. Trying not to work for the man. It's just unreal. Absolutely unreal that people can. I know I'm jumping all over the place. I'm sorry. That people can say, talk about the Constitution, just talk about it, but then justify what these cops continue to do. And it's not just in one place. It's not just, you know, the cops in Mayberry doing the shit. It's everywhere, in every town, in every community in this country. It's happening right now, today. Somebody's rights will be violated. And everybody's okay with it until it's them. Brandon Tatum would have a problem with cops with under exigent circumstances. They kicked in his door and shot his wife in the face. He'd probably have a problem. You think he would? I bet he would justify it then. Oh shit! I can't shut my truck off. Weird thing just happened to me too. My phone when I plugged it in went straight to 25%, 0 to 25. Like not as soon as I plugged it in. It didn't even take any time. It was just like right now. I had to run it here, so I can lock my truck up. Yeah, smart thinking, Cookie. See, I'm not as dumb as y'all take me to be. Most people think I am. I'm pretty intelligent. Even though I don't have a remote starter, you can still take your. A lot of people don't know that because sometimes I think there's some cars that actually you can't do it. Just take your remote off your keychain. See what you do is you put a carabiner. Use a carabiner as your keychain, and then you just take it right off. Makes life nice. And the wife will mention to less too because if you don't like remote starters for whatever reason, I don't because they cause more problems than they solve. Unless it's a factory remote starter. She gets got to warm part. I don't have to be freezing sitting out there while it warms up. Hang on a second. I see how much power I got. It says I have 28%. I call bullshit. I'm going to plug it and see what it says. Yeah, it was lit. It was at 0. Like it went. You guys seen it shut off, and now it's at 28%. It literally went to 25% as soon as I plugged it in. Oh fuck! I gotta call. I gotta make this quick because I gotta call and do something real quick. Got wallet. Got smoker. Got phone.
Anywho, I don't know. I mean, I don't think like go to Tatum's playlist and look at what people like. That's what amazes me the most about it is that a call out will never get to this dude. Trying to teach this guy something will never get to him. So every day that he makes another video and somebody else agrees with him, that's one more person that's an enemy of mine. I mean, I would read your comments. I can't see them. It's too dark. What's up, Tracy? Missy? Yeah, I had to come to Lowe's. I've been promising my boy I would get something, and I've been I haven't been avoiding it. I just haven't had time to get it. So I'm going to get it today, and I'm going to do with him what I've been promising I'm going to do today. It's a snow day. I got to work on my truck for a little bit today. Hopefully, I get it fixed. Man, they're expensive. Hopefully, I get it fixed, and then I can do what I told him I would do. I need one of those. They're expensive. I'm not getting one today. So what we are looking for is one of these. I might want to tell you what it is. That's how big of a dick I'm going to be today. Damn. So what's the difference? That one's $100. Oh, nice. 4,000 rotor and 1,200. Oh, that's a cordless. I bet that's nice. Only 12 volt though. So, ooh. I'm getting a Dremel tool. That's what I'm getting. Promised my boy I'd help him build something. So I want to get this Dremel tool and help him build this little soapbox car thingy. 40 accessories, 5 attachments. Ford it premium rotary tool kit. What's the difference in the 4,300 and the 4,000? Is it just 300 RPM? Like this, look how many Dremel tools they have. The choice of who needs all these choices. I mean, 2 is good. You know, if you have one that spins at 2,000 RPM or up to 2,000 RPM, nice. Oh, it's got light and everything. What's the difference? Oh, there's the difference. I see. Comes with all these extra attachments, which look to be I bet are really handy, and I bet could use them all the time. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read what all comes with it. I know I do these things at the worst times, and I know that it's aggravating. People are like, "Oh, your videography sucks," and why don't you fucking do one thing at a time? Because I don't have time anymore. That's why. That's why I don't do it. All this shit comes with it. 9 attachments. Comes with a flex shaft, a pivot light, a flex shaft, a shield blocker, a cutting guide. Oh yeah, we're getting this one. We're getting this one. My wife's gonna be mad, but she's on here, so she already knows. So, wife, you're gonna be mad at me because I'm buying this, but you know, I love you, but hopefully you're not that mad because I got you energy and avocado toast. So I'm that kind of guy. I remember when these map torches were like $4 a piece, just for the torch with one cylinder. It's $20 now. Basic torch kit. What's the difference? Basic torch kit with built-in ignition. So what's the difference in that one? I've been needing one of these because my locks get frozen up and I can't. It's a pain in the ass to try to use ice melt to install, so I just use a map torch to install. But I got to go, guys. I got to make a phone call real quick before I can go check out. Just make sure you stop by Tatum's. Go leave your opinion about him on Tincast and at his channel, because we're not going to change shit until we change the minds of these bootlickers, or we're going to be fighting them. Either way, there's a bunch of them, and they need to. If they want to live in China, they need to come live in China. They don't need to do that shit here. I'm sick and tired of people telling me how I got to live or who I got to obey, who I got to listen to, who I got to pay, what I got to do, how fast I got to go, what I can have, what I can't have, how long I can have it, who I got to pay to get it, what tax I got. I'm done with all that shit, man. And I hope y'all are too.